Whoops. All right. Are we live? Are we good? Can everybody see me? Hello, hello. Welcome back. I hope everybody had a good day off. I'm getting messages. Why do they always message me when the stream starts? How rude. How rude. So, we are going to have another addendum. Everybody loves my addendums. Everybody loves my addendums, and no one loves my addendums more than me. So, last stream on the Savo Highway section, I said some charged things. I said some controversial things, specifically about famed singer-songwriter Taylor Jebediah Swift. I actually don't know what her middle name is. So, I made the claim that her first album, which was titled, I believe, Taylor Swift. Let me pull up my notes. I have to pull up my notes. Yes, her first album, Taylor Swift. I said, and I quote, that someone may have had a hand. Addendum time, update the count. It's updated. It's updated. There's so many addendums. I said that her first album may have made the Billboard Top 100 by someone helping her by buying an exorbitant amount of CDs. This is an unsubstantiated rumor. It's a rumor. It has never been corroborated. It has never been confirmed by Taylor Swift or her estate. It is an unsubstantiated rumor. And when we're going to criticize Taylor Swift, we're going to do it with things that have been corroborated. We're going to do it with intellectual honesty, okay? Okay? So none of you guys can dare repeat what I have said here because I was wrong. I was wrong. Okay? No, what we can actually talk about, I want to talk about Taylor Swift. I'm going to take a second out of this Halo 3 stream to talk about Taylor Swift, because the more that I read, the deeper the rabbit hole gets, my friends. This is interesting stuff to me. So Taylor Swift was born, right? She was indeed born at some point. Born on December 13th, 1989, putting her firmly in millennial territory. She was born in Pennsylvania. This is interesting to me. She was named after the singer-songwriter James Taylor, and her parents specifically chose a unisex name because a unisex name would be more marketable. They believed that having a unisex name would make her perform better in business. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm thinking about naming a child, you know, a precious human being who contains multitudes, I rarely think about business. You know what I mean? Like, why would you name your child as a business decision? But it worked. Yeah, you guys are so alike. She's a human being. You guys were both born. No, so it's insane. I would never think about naming a child for a business decision, but they knocked it out of the park. I think Taylor Swift is one of the most marketable names on the planet. That's a great brand name. That's a great brand name. That is an artist's name right there. They knocked it out of the park. And I do want to talk about her parents briefly. I want to talk about her parents briefly because nobody ever talks about Taylor Tiberius Swift's parents, right? Scott Kingsley Swift, her father, was a stockbroker for Merrill Lynch. Merrill Lynch might not be a name that most people know, because it is an American investment management and wealth division of the Bank of America. That's a lot of money. And then her mother, Andrea Gardner Swift, was a mutual fund marketing executive. That's why they named her after... Oh, she rich. She rich. But what is this subscribing? It's nothing you have to worry about. Don't look at that. That's not for you, Zarefsan. You don't have to look at that. That's not for you. It's not there. It doesn't happen. There's no such thing as subscribing. What is it? It's not your concern. We're talking about Taylor Swift. We're talking about Taylor Swift, okay? Get with the program. All right. So, Taylor. We're back to Taylor Tiberius Swift. So, she wanted to be a singer from a very young age. She specifically wanted a career in musical theater, and she performed at local festivals and Berks Youth Theater and traveled to New York City for vocal and acting lessons. She changed her goal after watching a documentary about Faith Hill and decided to pursue a country music career in Nashville, Tennessee. At age 11, she traveled to Nashville with her mother and to submit demo tapes of karaoke covers. She was rejected by all the labels. She had a rough first go of it, which led her to focus on songwriting. She learned guitar at 12, and with the help of computer repairman and local musician, she started writing an original song. However, it still didn't work out. She was still being rejected by record labels. No, I haven't heard... Hi, Rook. No, I haven't heard her rap album, but that sounds... She's definitely a multi-layered artist. So, in 2003, right? In 2003, she and her parents started working with the talent manager Dan Dimtro. With his help, Swift modeled for Abercrombie & Fitch, had an original song included on a Maybelline compilation CD, and was given an artist development deal from RCA Records at the tender age of 13. Hello, what was that? What was that? That was an alert of some sort. What was the alert? Pardon me. No! Zarefsan, you take that right back. For 6 months? What are you doing? For 6 months? Oh, you... I'm mad at you. If I had a mod, I would time you out. You dick. I hate you. Thank you, Zero-san, for subscribing for 6 months in advance. Good lord. It's only 6 months because that was the max. Thank you, Zaref. That is really sweet of you. I'm talking about Taylor Swift. That's very sweet of you. 6 months in advance. Wow. I don't know. You've interrupted my train of thought. Yeah, you're my first subscriber. You're number 1. Look at you. Hello, number 1. Everybody bow down to your new king, okay? Everybody bow down to your new king of chat. Okay, where was I? I was talking about artist development deals. So, to help Swift break into the country music scene, her father transferred to Merrill Lynch's Nashville office when she was 14 years old, and the family relocated to Tennessee. The thing is that she was signed to Tree Music Publishing in 2004. She made, let me go up to her album, Taylor Swift. She was signed with Big Machine Records in 2005. And that's a big deal. She got signed onto a record label in 2005. She was very young. She was 14 at this time. That's pretty crazy, right? Wow. But the thing about that is that a major owner and investor in Big Machine Records was Scott Kingsley Swift. So, Now that she had access to being part of an actual record label, she got to work with 4 different established songwriters who helped turn her kind of adolescent musings into marketable country songs. And this is it was wildly successful. She got onto the Billboard Top 100 on her first debut album. But you see what I'm saying here with the okay, you know what I mean? I'm not going to accuse her of anything. Because that's not what we're here for. I'm just saying that my addendum is that I accused her of something false, and that was wrong. I'm just clearing up what she actually had happen for her. And obviously, Taylor Swift's art affects people, millions and millions of people the world over. She's one of the most famous artists of all time. Not now, all time. I'm going to take a quick aside to talk about the Eras Tour. Does everybody remember the Eras Tour? Because I also have to addend something about the Ticketmaster situation. I was talking about the Ticketmaster situation through the hazy era of like college memory. I barely remember the Ticketmaster situation. I said it was for double booking. I didn't make that claim. You you're gifting subs? Stop! I'm gonna no more gifting. Oh my gosh, Zarif, you're gifting subs. What are you doing? Well, thank you, Zarif, for gifting to Aki Da Vinci 1 sub. Stop gifting. Don't. Okay. I feel like if I tell you to do something, should I throw more? No, you should not throw more money. You absolutely should not throw more money because I don't know what this looks like on my taxes. Don't do this to me. Stop it. Okay. What? Oh man, you flustered me. I don't know how to get back on track. I was going to talk about the Ticketmaster situation. So what had actually happened is that the Ticketmaster company, I know you're not worried about my opinion, even though I'm the one who's streaming. The Ticketmaster website has kind of like a stranglehold on how tickets are sold in the United States. I don't know if you guys do concerts. I don't know if you guys like to watch people on stage. I don't know if you've ever worked with Ticketmaster before, but they used to have kind of a stranglehold, and they might still have a stranglehold on the industry. I don't know myself because I don't go to concerts or outside in general, actually. But Taylor Swift was mad at them because for the Eras Tour, they crashed. There was a huge scalping initiative. Yes, Ticketmaster sucks. Yes, this is true. So there was a huge scalping situation for the Eras Tour, and a lot of people were making quite a bit of bank on Eras Tour tickets. I'm actually going to look up how much did the Eras ticket cost. Okay, so the initial face values was between $49 and $499. That's about a 10 times difference, right? $49 and $499. But the average price was around $204 per ticket, which is pretty hefty. But some tickets sold for $1,600 due to scalping, with some reaching $11,000. $11,000. You remember when I talked about resellers? You remember when I talked about people taking advantage of people who are actually passionate about things? Yeah, $11,000 to go see Taylor Swift. You know what I could do with... No, I'm not going to say anything about that. But the $11,000 to go see Taylor Swift. So she was mad at Ticketmaster because apparently Ticketmaster got attacked by bots who were trying to buy up tickets so that they could resell them at exorbitant prices. And that's a fair grievance. That's absolutely a fair grievance. What I am upset about with... Yeah, 11K, you don't even get to keep the bracelet. That what I'm upset about is that her brand immediately was like, we're going to take on Ticketmaster's monopoly, and we're going to push for fair ticket prices in the United States. because we're not selling as many tickets on our tour as we should. It's like she always does that. She always pushes for fair prices and fair what would you do with 11K? Should we find out? I would probably pay a chunk of my student loans. It's nothing exciting. That's what I would probably do. That's where it would go. No, so like she does that. She has gone on record, and back in 2014 she wrote an op-ed complaining about the music industry and the way that it treats artists, specifically in the streaming services. That streaming services nickel and dime artists while making bank off of people loving their art, wanting to see their art, wanting to watch their or listen to their albums. And she wrote an op-ed about how that's wrong, and she pushed for change, that even during free trials, even with people listen for free, the artist gets paid. Because believe it or not, before 2014, artists did not get paid if you listen to their music during a free trial. Hi. Are you testing out your new sub emojis? I don't know how those work. I want to get unique ones. I want to get unique sub emojis, but I've only been here for a week. Yay. But I do want to try to get some stuff. I have one, that's it. I'm sorry. It's not, you weren't supposed to sub. You weren't, I didn't think I had that set up. Like I went through, oh, hello. No, so like she does that. She will attack things in the music industry that hurts artists, but only after it personally affects her. And the 2014 op-ed was specifically attacking Apple Music because one of her albums was featured on the free track. So it's like she wasn't getting paid for Apple Music having her on the free trial, but it's like there are millions of other artists who don't have her resources, who don't have her pull, her power, her fan base, and they can only hope that she gets annoyed at something in the music industry to help them. I'm sure that she's lovely, and the thing is that I think I was going to talk about the Eras tour. I'll talk about all this stuff after, right? I'm going on a very long tangent about Taylor Swift. I think we've been here for how long have we been here? 17-minute discussion on Taylor Swift, by the by. Sorry. I'm sorry if this isn't interesting. It's very interesting to me. So, the Eras Tour was it made the most money of any concert tour ever. Like, ever. It was the first to make over $1 billion. And it made over $2 billion. It's the highest grossing tour of all time, with the first to earn over $1 and $2 billion in revenue. It received unprecedented public demand, ticket sales, attendances, bolstering economies, businesses, and tourism worldwide, dominated social media and news cycles, and garnered tributes from governments and organizations. But it also increased diplomatic tensions in Southeast Asia, got Ticketmaster scrutinized by the US government. It caused a death in Rio de Janeiro due to poor venue management. It suffered a failed ISIS plot in Vienna, where a group of 3 young men attempted a terrorist attack on a Swift concert. And a political scandal in the UK, where Taylor Swift's team, after the failed ISIS attack in Vienna, gifted $20,000 worth of tickets and merch to a United Kingdom Parliament member, allegedly for increased security and police support. Holy bejesus, guys! Taylor Swift moved mountains with the Eras Tour. The Eras Tour is my favorite Halo 3 mission. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure the Eras Tour blew Halo 3 out of the water for sales. Okay? Like, it's insane what she literally destabilized governments on her concert tour. What? Okay, so but that's another thing, is the Taylor Swift team, allegedly, allegedly, interacted with government corruption in the UK. What the heck is going on, guys? So, when I criticize Taylor Swift, and this is all what I'm saying. This is all coming. All, like, 20 minutes of discussion on Taylor Swift has come to this point. Allegedly, is to come to this point. That Taylor Swift as a person and Taylor Swift as a brand have become indistinguishable. If you criticize one, you begin to criticize the other. And I find this to be incredibly dangerous. Because Taylor Swift, the brand, has done some questionable things. Every brand has. It's part of corporate, right? You're going to do things that maybe aren't that ethical because making money oftentimes isn't ethical. But Taylor Swift, the person, clearly her greatest sin is that she had parents who loved her enough to throw exorbitant amounts of money at her dream. And she was talented enough to make her dream a reality. And so, when you criticize the brand, people think you're criticizing the person. And I'm not trying to criticize the artist. I think her art has moved millions of people, right? Like, legitimately, millions of people have fallen in love with Taylor Swift's art. And when you criticize the brand, because the artist is indistinguishable, the art is too. So people who fall in love with her art suddenly think you're criticizing them. And they become a rabid army of vehement defenders for someone who commits, sometimes, unethical acts. And that's the level of accountability that I'm trying to talk about for people like Chris Brown and Taylor Swift and people that whose art moves us, right? Paul Tillich once said that art is anything that opens a level of reality within yourself. You're crying? Good. Stay crying. That's what you get for spending money. So, Paul Tillich said that art is anything that opens up a level of reality within yourself. Obviously, Taylor Swift's art opens up realities within people that they didn't know they had. And that's important, and that's lovely. But you shouldn't let that reality blind you to the reality that we also live in. If you keep being mean to me, I'll spend money. I see what type of person you are. I see what you are. Many women have witnessed this. Thank you for saying the quiet part out loud, my friend. Thank you for saying that. No, so that's basically that's my rant about Taylor Swift. It took a lovely almost 25 minutes for me to get to this point, and I apologize about that. It's just been weighing on me for the past couple days. I will make a quick addendum about Chris Brown as I will make a quick addendum about Chris Brown as well. He did not nearly beat Rihanna to death in an elevator. He did, however, give her a black eye and bite her finger. So, take that as you will. Her battered face, became a symbol of domestic violence worldwide. He did, I don't want to make, like, empty accusations. Sounds like a lot of drugs. It probably was. Rihanna is also a billionaire. She's like the first billionaire from Barbados. So it seems like the best way to do that is to, like, get into the music industry, I guess, and turn into a brand. Become a brand. Make yourself a brand. You should be a brand. You should corporatize your name. You should be less of a human being and become a brand. Like Beyonce. Okay, let's play some Halo 3. Do you guys like Halo 3? Is that why you're here? Yes, I'm a brand. Can't you see? I'm a brand. I have corporate holdings in the Virgin Islands, actually, for tax purposes. I'm going to play Halo 3. I'm going to play Halo 3. We're going to stop talking about Taylor Swift. I hope you learned something. I learned something. I was, like, the Eras Tour stuff, like, that was crazy. All right, let's go. Let's go. We're going to play the Ark, and then we're probably going to go on to the Covenant. That's why the stream is titled The Ark of the Covenant. I need a rewatch.
We need all the intel we can get.
I love Halo 3 and Mr. Chief. I love them both. They're my people. I'm gonna see how long these ODSTs last. I'm not hopeful. I don't think that they're gonna last that long, unfortunately. I think they're probably going to die. But that's okay. That's okay. They're lovely. Yeah, that's the Milky Way galaxy. That's how far out the Ark is from the Milky Way galaxy. Which is kind of horrifying.
Got a good angle.
That there's a portal on Earth to this place.
They're charging.
Are they? Ooh, 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 ooh. So I also want to make an addendum. You might find this very exciting, Zaref-san, because you have moved me. You have moved me. I am playing through the Halo games in release order, which means that after this, it will be Halo 3 ODST and then Halo Reach. We will play Halo 4 last. So I'm sure you're very excited about that. Thank God. Yeah, I see a lot of people being very excited about that. So, yes, we will move on. Yep. What? So, yeah, that's what the subscription got you? You were going to get that without the subscription. The subscription got you nothing. Zaref said did nothing. This was a decision I am not moved by bribes. Do not bribe me. Yes, so we're going to be going on to Reach after Halo 3 ODST. I'm not expecting Halo 3 ODST, but the problem is that I feel like I'm going to get really lost in Halo 3 ODST. So it depends on how long it takes me to get through the overworld segments. So I don't have an exact time frame. Guys, how did I do this to myself? Help! 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 Okay, get out! Get out! Help me! Oh, okay, life is good again. That tree wanted me. Okay. I'm almost out of battle rifle ammo. I don't like that. I think that's bad. I think that's poor. Grenade at feet always works. Either it kills you or it gets you out of the situation you were in. So, yes, always works. I'm going to use the Covenant Carbine. we'll give... Nope, sorry. I'm doing them in release order. I am not going to... Even if you gift another sub, I'm not moving my order. So please do not do that. Because it's not happening.
Setting up an AA battery. That thing will tear the Dawn apart.
Oh, hey! That was nice. That's good, that's good, that's good. We're moving in. There's going to be a hunter spawn. I think I'm out of grenades. How did I do that to myself? So, grunts, actually, Ungoi, as they're called in their... I feel like they come from the planet Balatro. Everybody loves Balatro. What was the way you were supposed... Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. What is the way you're supposed to pronounce, is it Balat... Man... I don't remember. It's the, like, Latin word for a jester. And it's a game that doesn't make any sense to me. I was talking about grunts. They were voiced by one of the writers at Bungie. That's a really fun... I think that's a really fun fact that they... one of the writers at Bungie was the voice for the Grunts. I think I've mentioned it before that it kind of reminds me of Brad Bird and Edna Mode that they were voiced together. How is the weather there? Like, here, it's rainy. I was very excited that it was a rainy day. I love rainy days. I don't know if we're gonna actually get to the point where it feels like fall anytime soon. I think it is officially fall or very close to being fall. Is that ooh, I'm sad. Oh, on their home planet? I want to say Balaho is like kind of a... I want to say that Balaho is an Arctic planet? I don't remember. I haven't read about them in a while. I just know that the Grunt Rebellion was a really bad time for the Covenant. They actually got to the point where they needed an arbiter to quell it. And the thing about the Grunts is that a lot of people kind of have misinterpretations about what they're actually like. Because they're like, oh, they're little guys that are super easy for the chief to kill. They're like cannon fodder. And like, kind of, yeah, they're not really well cared for by the Covenant. But the thing about that is that Grunts are, on average, like 5'6" or taller. And they have that chitinous exoskeleton. Emphasis on the beginning, so Balatro? That sounds about right. But the thing about them being little sniveling cowards is that they're just really not well taken care of in the Covenant. When they're organized and educated and dangerous, they're extremely rapid, like breeding. And their just general viciousness can make them incredibly dangerous. And that's why the Covenant kind of keeps them, you know, little people first. I feel like they've been saying that for 3 games at this point. Keeps them as just useful, like, foot soldiers rather than anything else. Oh, that was a good smack. I don't want to die here. I don't have any grenades to deal with them. I don't think they can hurt each other with their fuel rod guns. Yep. Oh, that was pretty good. I need to keep grenades for them. I want to throw my grenades to deal with the other guys, but I need to keep my grenades for them or try to hit them with a sniper rifle. And I don't know about that, man. Like, what the heck? What the heck? I feel like Jackal headshot hitboxes are really weird. Nice. I'll body shot that. I'll double body shot that. Okay. We're doing good. We killed 3 enemies. We're very good at the video game. Yeah, I love it too. Oh boy. I have to... yeah, there we go. I need to get rid of this guy with the brute shot because brute shots are so very dangerous. Just from a disruption standpoint. And also, they do not care about ammo counts. Am I using all of my grenades again? I am. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, it didn't kill him because it hit his shield. That's unideal. I feel like that went through him. Okay, so we got one. Let's get the other. Yes, you wasted like grenades. Thank you. I often do. I say one thing and then do another because I can't be bothered to remember my own plans. There we go. We got it. You know what this game is? It's pretty easy. I'm gonna try the brute shot. I don't know how good the brute shot is in this one. They upped its number of shots to 6 in the magazine. I guess it would actually have a clip, wouldn't it? This weapon has a clip. Yeah, the grenade glitched right through him. I love... Oh! I'm Sag. I'm Sag. That... I'm probably going to have to go all the way... Oh, I don't have to go all the way back. You know what? I'm less sad about it. I think they reduced how much damage the brute shot does on melee as well, and also slowed how quickly you can spam melee with it. That's quite a set of nerfs to it. But it was just better than the energy sword in Halo 2 because it did the same damage as an energy sword and had grenades to boot. Yeah, I'm just gonna use it as a melee tool, I guess. Grenades to brute! It was right there! I can't believe it took me that long to fight. Oh, I'm upset. Grenades to brute. That's, ugh. I was right there. Anyways, here's the terminal on this map. That's exciting. Everybody loves terminals. And here's a weird Forerunner glowing thing. Everybody loves those too. Also, the reticle for the brute shot changed because in Halo 2, the reticle had kind of like a drop indicator. You could follow the reticle for how terminals are neat. I think the terminals in this one are really neat for like having the character mendicant bias directly speak to you. That's a fascinating character in the Halo lore who isn't like present in the games. So having him directly talk to you and, you know, confirm that he's indeed still alive. Whoa, why are you gifting tier 1 subs? Thank you, By the Rook, for the gifted sub. All of you, I'm banning all of you. Stop throwing money at me, I demand it. I don't want any more. That was terrifying. I don't want to die here. Ah, let's go! No, let's not. Let's go back inside, actually. Everybody go home. No, stay. I want to stream to you guys. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, look at the display on the sniper rifles. That's so cool. And probably took so long to get actually working. I can't imagine. What is a tier for subs? Look, dude, I didn't expect anyone to actually get subs until like a few months in. I don't know. There are higher tier subs that I think cost a bit more, but you're supposed to give better rewards for them. I don't have tiers to my subs. I'm not supposed to have subs. I set up the monetization thing thinking it was going to come into place, like, later. I didn't realize that you were going to do that now. So, I don't know. I don't know what the tiers are. Definitely did just spend the last 10 minutes getting everything set up just to throw money at you. You guys are mean. You're so nice, but you're so mean. And thank you so much for your support and your attention and your lovely, lovely faces.
Mount up. Let's find that LZ.
Thank you, Zero-san. You guys are so nice. You really are so nice to me. Everybody mount up. Let's move on.
Hang on. Why did you do that?
Did I just run a guy over? I heard a crunch. I heard a really sickening crunch. Yeah, no, that's so bad. You do get to be the first on everything. You're the first and the greatest. Don't tell the others I said that. Oh man, I turned that guy into cheese. This is the Prowler. It is the replacement for the what is that vehicle called? Spectre. the Spectre. I like the Prowler better than the Spectre. No, you guys aren't. This was a private channel. Okay, so if you're all in our private channel, that's on you. Okay, you're invading privacy. You're being peeping toms. You're voyeurs into my secret thought processes. That's on you. That's not on me. So, the Spectres, I feel like there are some fans of the Spectres in the chat. People like the Spectres, but I'm a big fan of the Prowler. You know it. Yeah, I know it. No, 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 no. Okay, we're good. I almost ran straight into that fusion coil, which would have been embarrassing for everyone involved. What do we got, baby? What do we got? They want us to get into the... I feel like everybody else is dead. It's just me and this ODST. I'll always love the Spectre. The Spectre's awesome. Everybody loves the Spectre. The Spectre has 1 to 2 things on it. I feel like the Prowler is what the Spectre wanted to be, but just a little bit more stable. It's incredibly maneuverable, and it slides across the map in the sand in a way that's really enjoyable. Okay, well, we're in trouble now. Very good, very good. I'm a little bit sad. I think all my ODSTs are dead, and one of them was because of me. I killed him. How does it feel to get knocked around, idiot? Hey, look at that! I flipped him out of his... I flipped him out of his chopper. That's a very rare thing to do. The chopper is incredibly difficult to flip. Oh, I have the rocket launcher and the brute shot. We're going in fast and loud, my friends. We're going for explosives only. Very good. Actually, the brute shot may or may not be pretty good in this game, guys. I hadn't expected that. Come here. This is pretty funny. I like that these sentinels spawn endlessly, and they can't really do anything. I don't think they're allowed to shoot at the enemy here, which is kind of funny to me. That is a fun quirk there. I wonder if Halo uses a game engine. It uses whatever game engine Bungie created, which is one of the game engines of all time. Bungie's game engine... I goofed up, guys. I have to go all the way back here. Bungie's game engine runs in the most... How do I phrase this? In the sense that it can be played. The game can be played. At what cost to both the engine and your own sanity? No one can say. No one can say. But considering the stuff that Bungie developers are on, it's probably got some very questionable side effects on your sanity as a human being. I feel like the one thing that the Prowler doesn't have that would be amazing is very good ramming capability. It doesn't seem to do that really well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So... it has seems a little bit of an issue to splatter people. Like it's so smooth to drive, and it. Okay, we're stuck. Get out! Get out! We're stuck. I'm actually gonna switch out this because I feel like there's 2 here. Yes. Covenant explosives is what we're doing today. If you guys ever get the time and you like game reviews, right, and you like well-researched and well-written game reviews, I highly suggest looking up Mandalore Gaming. He has some very, very entertaining videos, and I would suggest watching, of course, his, like, Limbo of the Lost video, his, Mystery of the Druids, but give his Bungie game videos, a look. Because you can learn about Bungie as a company so much. Oh, I'm sad. I'm sad. I thought there was one less brute than there was, and that's my B. That's my B. I'm actually gonna go to chopper for this go around because I wanna use a chopper. You can really get into a sense of what Bungie was like before as a company, which is like this really, really, really weird propensity towards myth, propensity towards like stories like Achilles and Gilgamesh and heroes, stuff like that, you know, references to biblical and mythology all over the world. I mean, just look at this. These two levels are titled the Ark and the Covenant, and they're about the flood, you know, the flood. It's very like, these are references to the Hebrew Bible. I wish they had more elites in Halo 3. Yeah, well, elites are on our side now, so they're not actually enemies. That's why you don't see them in this game. Brutes are now the sole enemy in the series, but I do agree that elites are a far more interesting enemy than brutes are. I agree with that idea. Because brutes kind of just stand there and shoot at you. They have the berserk quality, but the thing is that the berserk quality was so nerfed in this game because of how annoying it was to deal with in 2, where it just didn't no thank you, sir. Where it just didn't, it wasn't fun to play around with, so they, you know, they switched it up. And elites, especially in 1 and in Reach, are such oppressive enemy types. Hey guys. Sentinels still have kind of like a really cute design to me. They're just cute. I just think they're neat little guys. I have to get into a vehicle, but all the vehicles blew up. Yeah, we're gonna use a Sentinel Beam. Here we go, baby! Oh, we had some survivors. I love this guy in the mongoose. You, my friend... Oh, actually, almost everyone survived because we abandoned the Prowler really early. Nice! I love choppers. I think they're my favorite vehicle in the Halo series. I just think that they're very entertaining to drive, and their design's really neat too. I don't know how to describe it, but there's like something about big wheel that makes me happy. I like when the wheel turns. Oh god, no! I'm gonna do this. Look at that. I'm using the armor abilities. I'm using the tools that they gave me. Isn't that neat? Oh, and I still died for it. But I'm thinking of the, you know, the vehicle that General Grievous drives in Star Wars. Huh? Come on. Big wheel. Keep on turning. Proud Mary, keep on burning. That's awesome. Give him the big wheel. More people need to be in a big wheel, baby. It's like a hamster wheel. I was thinking a lot. General Grievous is one of my favorite characters in media, right? Like, he's just got aura. And Star Wars in particular is really good. Oh, sorry, Marine. That was my bad. That was really rude of me. Star Wars is really good at creating characters who have a lot of flash but no fury, to quote Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. And I think that particularly what sucks about Grievous is that it basically was a disconnect in what Lucas wanted for the character versus what people were supposed to do to hype up Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. Because Lucas obviously envisioned some type of mustache twirling, yeah, big wheel versus speed lizard. Those are cool character types. Those are cool. I think one of the big problems is that they needed to hype up Revenge of the Sith. They had this very cool villain. Lucas had a very different idea of what this villain was gonna be like. You know what I mean? So he wanted kind of like a mustache twirling coward villain. Whereas everybody was like, okay, so he's a Jedi hunter. He works with Count Dooku. We're gonna give him the coolest freaking backstory that ever happened. So he has a very believable reason to hate the Jedi. I don't know if you guys are familiar with General Grievous' backstory, but you're about to become it, okay? So, General Grievous, he's a guy. I don't remember what his name was before he became General Grievous, but he was a warlord, right? He was a warlord for a race of beings called the Kalish, I believe is what the name of that would be pronounced, or the Kalish. They were in a war with a race of bug aliens called the Hurk. And they've been in a war for centuries at this point. And basically what the Hurk do is they commit slavery en masse as against the Kalishi people. And you know, General Grievous decides that this is bad. He doesn't want his people to be slaves to a race of bug aliens who come to their planet and enslave them. You know, that's bad. Nobody likes that. And slavery is illegal within the Republic. So he decides to go to the Republic Senate and go, hey, these guys are committing slavery and it's against your laws. Can you help us? And before Dave Filoni got hold of the franchise, the Republic was supposed to be incredibly nuanced. It was supposed to be not clear-cut, good guy, bad guy. The Republic was supposed to do some bad things, right? And at the core of it was that a lot of the Separatist planets actually had some really good complaints about the Republic, because the Republic was very money. It was very money. Money talks, and people with money were morally correct. So, one of the big things was that the Hurk had a lot of money because, you know, they actively engaged in slave trading and have for decades at this, or centuries at this point, including the slave trading of the Kalish people. So, the Kalish people who didn't have a representation in the Republic government, the Republic Senate, were defeated by the Hurk in the Senate because the Hurk argued that slavery is not illegal according to Republic laws because it is a religious right of the Hurk. They are religiously allowed to commit slavery against the Kalish people. And so, this turns into violent revolution on the place of the Kalish people. They start violently rising up against the Hurk. And it gets to the point that they might actually win. And not only win, but take this to the people of the Hurk. And the Hurk starts getting really afraid that they're losing the war. So they ask the Republic for help against the Kalish rebels. And the Republic helps them against the rebels. So another reason to hate, right? And also the Jedi do nothing to solve this issue. The Jedi are actively kind of helping the Republic with quelling the Kalish rebellion. And seeing the prowess of General Grievous as a warlord, Count Dooku has a plan. He works with San Hill, I think his name is, who is the Banking Clan frigate member of the Separatists. They put a bomb on General Grievous's starfighter, blows it up, fetches whatever remains of Grievous, turns him into a cyborg, and implants false memories in his head that it was the Jedi who put the bomb in his ship to end the rebellion. And then Count Dooku offers him the ability to fight Jedi and also separatist support in the rebellion of the Kalish peoples. So this is General Grievous's backstory. There's a lot of pathos here. There's a lot of nuance here. There's a reason for him to be the way he is. There is, like, if you were an empathetic person, you can see why he decided to fight the Republic. And then George Lucas in episode 3 was like, that's nice, and just blows it out of the water with, he's a mustache-twirling villain coward. And it's like, okay, so any interest we had here is now all gone because he's just a sniveling baby loser coward. And Dave Filoni, for some reason, okay, hates General Grievous and loves Asajj Ventress. And he can't have both of them be cool. So Asajj gets a lot of Grievous's cool moments and constantly schools on him, whereas Grievous is kind of a sniveling loser baby coward who most of his victories are won through, like, being a coward and by lying and manipulating. So he exists simultaneously. 2000 animated Grievous is Pete. Yeah, that was Gendy Tarkovsky. I hope I'm saying his name right. The guy who did Primal and Samurai Jack. Yeah, Count Dooku is one of the best villains of all time. And again, Count Dooku also has an incredibly realistic reason to hate the Republic and to hate Yoda. He hates the Jedi Order because he sees pain and oppression throughout the galaxy, but instead of using their power to do anything about it, Yoda says, no, it's not our place. We're stewards of the Force. And Count Dooku goes, doesn't being a steward of the Force mean saving people who are weak? And Yoda says no. He killed Kit Fisto's apprentice that one time. Yeah, but he lost his pet, was attacked in his own home, and almost died. So, yeah, he did kill Kit Fisto's apprentice one time, but he couldn't beat Kit Fisto. Even though in the 2003 animated version, he beat all those Jedi. I think one of the biggest problems with him is that both things are canon. Both things are canon. He is simultaneously an invincible Jedi hunter and a sniveling coward. And it's like, which is he? Which is he? And it's like, I can't be fully mad at Dave Filoni because Dave Filoni does some great stuff with Star Wars. I love the way I love Cad Bane. I love the way he writes Anakin. And I love the way he writes clones. But he's a admitted Republic fanboy, and his treatment of the Clone Wars took out a lot of the nuance that the Separatists had, turned them into straight, like, just villains, when in all actuality it was an incredibly gray war. It was an incredibly gray war where people who I want a fair trade, the people, it was based off of the American Civil War, actually, which George Lucas likes doing that. The original episode, the original conflict in Star Wars was based off of the Vietnam War, with the Americans being the Empire. So he likes tackling things like this through his space operas, right? So, you know, the Republic was supposed to be the Americans, the Union Army, with their flaws and their, you know, the fact that slavery was illegal, but not really because money was involved, is a very pointed take on the U.S. government for the first 150 years of this nation. That's something worth talking about, right? And it's done well with his idea of what the U.S. was before they decided to fight this war and got rid of all this stuff. Though the comparison veers off wildly when the Republic becomes the Empire. I guess, maybe you could say it isn't that much of a difference, but, like, I would say that Reconstruction era Republic is very different from the era of,
Take it out before it pisses off.
I'm trying, Marine. I just think of the Republic losing a lot of its nuance and becoming just straight good guys has kind of hurt Star Wars a lot. And Star Wars has been hurt a lot. But like, yeah, I kind of miss what Grievous was. I kind of miss what the story was around him, the mythos of him, and the fact that he exists in two simultaneous places is really interesting and really sad. Guilty Spark? He loves opening doors for me. He loves opening doors for me. So what do you guys think these stains are? What are these stains on the floor? How did these stains happen? I want to know. Makes the transition to the Empire less believable? Yeah, because they were already corrupt. So, like, them being straight up good guys and always being right makes the transition to the Empire less believable, because if they were already kind of corrupt and already kind of willing to, you know... Here's another terminal. There's 2 terminals on this level, and one of them's really obvious. Oil! Spilled coffee. I'm seeing some... Okay, that's a lot of coffee. The Forerunners were really into coffee. Where would the oil have come from? Okay, I'm seeing this. It seems to imply that the stains come from destroyed Sentinels. But that's interesting, too. Folgers. They just loved Folgers. That's a really funny idea to me. I find that humorous. Thank you for giving me a giggle. Goss, Hog. Hog, that's Goss. We love Goss Hogs. Goss, Hog. And he's dead. No, I want in the turret.
Sir, Hog's all yours. Let's hit that hostile armor.
Unfortunately for you, I want to be in the turret. I love Goss Hogs so much. I think one of my favorite weapon types in sci-fi is railguns. They're really cool. I love the idea of, like, okay, so sending projectile at high speed, best option, right? We've done it forever. From throwing the spear to the atlatl to the bow. It's something that we love to do. The crossbow and then the gun. How do we make gun even better? We find way to throw projectile even faster. How do we throw projectile even faster if ballistics have reached maximum physical capacity? I tell you, magnets. We send that projectile going crazy through magnets, baby. That's how we change the face of warfare. Magnets. That's funny to me. And it's also really cool. And it's also, like, kind of vaguely realistic technology. We could realistically have rail cannons at some point in our lifetimes. They're already working on them. What would rail cannons do for the face of warfare? Suck up a lot of electricity. That's what rail cannons would do for the face of warfare. They're probably more important for naval combat than anything else. Like, we're not going to use a rail cannon on a Black Hawk or, like, Apache helicopter. That's probably not going to happen. But on a warship, that would have, you know, the systems to support such an attack, such a vehicle, such a... Oh, that's bad. So, that's probably where you're gonna see them. But we haven't had any infantry scale railguns. Are probably going to take a very long time and probably need a lot of, like, change in how energy is stored. A lot of technology is going to have to advance before that becomes a thing. Okay, so we need to get into the back of this thing. Okay, I need to blow this up first. Am I even breaking this off? Because you can break this off, but I don't know if I'm doing it. I'm just gonna go in, guys. No, I'm just gonna die. Never mind. Yeah, they have railguns on naval ships, typically nuclear powered. Yeah, they just need a lot of electricity. They just need a lot of power to make that a reality. And I just think that's a really fascinating concept. We continue to make projectile go faster. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay, this time we're gonna go in. This time we're gonna go in, and everything will be okay.
Find that power core, Chief.
Blow up the hunters. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna drive away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I want spider tanks. Walkers are the best vehicles. Yes, walkers and mechs, man. Walkers and mechs. Too bad they will never come to be. They are wildly impractical, but so lovely as vehicles. I absolutely agree with spider tanks. They're so cool. No, we won't ever have them, which is so sad. Aw. I'm sad. I wanted to use the railgun to deal with. Oh, hey, bud.
They got me.
He's hiding. They're very safe in there. You shouldn't have ran out.
They're falling back. They're falling back.
Keep moving, Marines.
Yeah, I think they're gonna not to drive up anymore.
Shoot, I'm in a real bad mood.
More ammo for my brute stout. Oh, I blew her up. How far back is my checkpoint? Oh, it's right here. I'm probably not gonna do the whole song and dance of going into the...
Not bad, Spock. I saw that explosion from orbit. Through the street, lies in ruin. Find where the liar hides, so I may place my boot between his gums.
We'll know soon enough.
Yeah, this was just a more effective option.
Infantry on the spire. Pop them up.
You know, tank doctrine is really interesting, right? Tank doctrine. The United States had a really interesting tank doctrine until, the... Ooh! Particle beam rifle. In the Second World War, a lot of different countries had a lot of different ideas about what a tank should be, right? And one of the big things about, like, tank doctrine, there's a lot of glazing for Nazi tanks, and some of it's deserved and some of it's not. They came up with some good ideas, but they also had some really bad ones. And a lot of people are like, oh, they have the best tanks ever. They had some really cool ones. I love the Tiger tank. I love, like... Okay, he didn't look at me. But I think the most important thing about Nazi tank doctrine is that it wasn't so monolithic. They were kind of already pioneering the idea of the main battle tank, which most countries, especially the United States, didn't believe in. They had tanks, and they had tank destroyers. And this ideology made them have tanks that were not good at fighting other tanks, which is what the Nazi tanks were quite capable of doing. Tiger tanks were really good at fighting other tanks. Panzer IVs were quite good at fighting other tanks. The Sherman was specifically infantry support. And that means that a lot... Oh, he was peeing, everybody. He had to pee. That's so sad. We killed him while he was peeing. Caught him with his pants down. Wimp womp. The United States, especially with certain generals, like General Patton, believed that the main battle tank was the future of tanking. You needed to have a tank that was capable of taking on everything. Infantry support and armor. And, Pershing and others weren't believed that that was, or weren't convinced that that was a good idea. And due to the amount of, like, political power Pershing had, there was no way to change the doctrine. Of course, Patton would be proved correct. There was the point in the main battle tank that became the truth after the Second World War. The main battle tank became the doctrine. There was no such thing as light, medium, and heavy tanks anymore. It was just simply the main battle tank. Bonk! All this is to say that the Sherman, very good tank. Everybody should love the Sherman. It was really interesting because there was also a problem in the fact that, you know, the war was worldwide, which meant we were fighting different types of technology the world over. So the Sherman tank in, like, the Japanese theater, in the Pacific theater, was quite good. It was quite good. There was really not much that Japanese tanks like the Chiha could do to it. In fact, Sherman commanders were asking for less AP ammo and for more high explosive ammo, because AP ammo would go out one end of the tank and out the other, because Japanese armor was so thin. All they needed to use was a 50 caliber gun to pierce the armor. So AP ammo was worthless. Whereas in
galaxy,
ooh,
we're beyond the rim.
2 to the 18th light years from Galactic Center, to be precise.
What is this place?
that's so big.
This is the Ark?
I had always assumed it was part of a shield installation, but it seems I was mistaken.
That's a first.
Not at all. While I had a complete understanding of Installation 04, my makers wisely limited my knowledge of all other strategic facilities. Compartmentalization, in case I was ever captured by the Flood.
Can you tell me where we are exactly?
Here,
And truth?
near one of the Ark's supraluminal communication arrays, I'm afraid. Unfortunate. The meddler has triggered a barrier, a defensive perimeter around the Ark's
What is
core.
Arbiter doing over there? Oh.
The barrier will be difficult to disable.
It feels like Arbiter's off on a tangent. He's doing his own thing.
Comprehensive defense around a single... Oh my.
What is it?
Phantom!
Phantom tax. Is that cool? Are you guys into the Phantom tax? Are you kids into the Skibbity toilets? What a billionaire empire. Did you know that Skibbity Toilet is the guy is in talks with Michael freaking Bay to
Good. Pelican's gonna land one level down.
whoops make a Skibbity Toilet movie? Could you imagine a Skibbity Toilet movie directed by Michael Bay? I don't think he's going to be the director, but he is in talks with it. I don't like any taxes. Spoken like a true American. Spoken like a true American. Oh, say can you see, baby. Ooh, Maulers! I love Maulers. They're such a cool weapon. I liked the Halo Infinite version. No, please! I don't like that. I don't like that he threw a power drain at me. It's interesting because the reason why the guy is in talks with Michael Bay is that he's actually a huge fan of Michael Bay. He started his career, I think his name is Defuck Boom. He started his career in the creation of, Transformers SFMs. He started his creating career in the making of Transformers SFMs, which is pretty fascinating. I think that's really interesting that he has kind of this career, right?
I will help your sergeant clear the sky.
He's been part of meme culture in... Oh, that was a good stick, but he was already dead. He's been part of meme culture on the internet for quite literally over a decade. So to see him hit gold is kind of fascinating. It really does say that, like, you can get lucky off of anything, right? He posted a Gmod video of a... Die. He posted a Gmod video of a character head in a toilet. I'm gonna turn into a truck now. What I've done. Yeah, that would be very good. That would be a good ending to a Transformers movie.
The pack will feast on you.
And then he awkwardly runs away. Here's Stalkers. Everybody loves Stalkers. They're pretty cool. They have the radar jammer ability and our first instance of inflammatory grenades. Incendiary grenades, I think they're called. That's a better name for them, not inflammatory. They don't post comments on the internet that make people upset. Woo! It really says that you can get lucky off of anything and then suddenly change your entire situation. It's like the Hawk Tuah girl, where she became a millionaire because she made a blowjob joke on the internet. And then became a right-wing pundit, I guess? I think that's what happened. Then she got involved in a crypto scheme. Wow, what a career, right? What a career, everybody. He's challenging me. I should have drove I'm so upset. I just remembered you can actually oh, now they're cheating. Oh, that was good shots. You can take the Warthog through this facility and hit him with the Warthog. I forgot you could do that, and I should have done that, because that's legitimately such, like, it's a Halo classic to... I'm gonna do this. Okay, he went invincible. How long does your invincibility last, sir? Yeah, we did it. I love the design of the chieftains. I think the chieftains look so cool. You could have hit him with a truck. I could have hit him with a truck. I need to watch the rest of Venture Bros. I'm so bad at watching TV. I think we got like 2 seasons in and I just didn't continue. Not because it's bad. I love it. I love the Venture Bros as a deconstruction of like Johnny Quest and of, you know, that kind of era, Silver Age of comic book era Marvel. But I'm just really bad about watching TV. I'm really bad about sitting down and watching TV. Like, now that I do this and, you know, stream, and I also have to go to work, it's gotten even they have snipers posted? They have snipers posted? I'm gonna go deal with the snipers if they have already spawned. But I think that should be a thing that I do, is watch all of the Venture Bros. Oh, the snipers haven't spawned yet. Look at that. That's pretty interesting.
Fight me. I'm right here.
Yeah, I'll fight you. Got him. Woo! I want that. I'm gonna borrow the invincibility to fight these things with impunity. I am no longer invincible. They fly now. They fly now. You know, I haven't seen that movie. I just know that line because of how much outrage it presented. Well, I love that. I think his name is John Boyega. He's the guy who plays Finn. Should have been the main character, but don't at me. He was in the interviews talking about that line, and he just like kind of angrily goes, they've been flying since before the Clone Wars. And it's true. They've been flying since the Mandalorians. Like, since the Old Republic. They've been flying for thousands of years. They fly now is just such a bizarre line in the context of the universe, especially because it's coming from C-3PO. They all know they fly now. They've been flying now. I guess, you mean, it's like it's a line that's supposed to be funny. It's not meant to be anything more than a joke. But the problem is that the joke doesn't land for people who like Star Wars. And that's ostensibly the people you're making the movie for. But, it's a tired issue. Everybody has heard about it. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But it kind of does to people who really like Star Wars, and I'm sad to see such a monolithic brand, I guess, just lose all relevancy. Kind of similar to Game of Thrones, actually. Game of Thrones, 2011 to Did it end in 2018? Died. Just died. Lost all cultural relevancy. Was considered one of the best TV shows of all time, and then just nobody cares. Yeah, I love Star Wars. Such a great 6-movie series. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. And that's like, as a fan, you're allowed to do that. The title of this song is One Final Effort, which is not only a reference to the line that Lord Hood makes in a previous level, it's pretty dang cool. One final effort and we end the war.
Good enough. Johnson, drop the chief at the first generator, then head to the third.
They keep giving us ODSTs because they know ODSTs are awesome. I did like Rogue One though. Yeah, Rogue One, Black Hawk Down, Halo Reach. They got a formula that people like. It works really well.
Pelican down! Pelican down!
A little hot. Spartan laser, baby! Gungnir weapon systems.
Go!
Gungnir weapon systems. How exciting is that? Ah, one of my favorite weapons in the series. It's so cool. I wish, you know what weapon I wish, or what vehicle I wish ever escaped Halo Wars? I would love if we got to see the... Sorry, I'm paying attention to the game now. I would love to see if we had the Gremlin. The Gremlin from Halo Wars would have been a really cool vehicle to have in other Halo games. Would have been nice. As a fan of a series, you are totally allowed to ignore canon. That might be a controversial statement. That might make purists go, what? Then are you even a fan of the series? Yes. I would argue, yes. You are allowed to ignore canon. It's your enjoyment of the series. You're allowed to ignore canon. I got killed. I got dead. I died.
All right, up. Take out that Wraith.
Both my wingman and our only hog. Over. Roger that, Hocus. Get out of there.
No! He hit me! Mostly, yeah, those security droids are really good. That security droid, by the way, was voiced by Alan Tudyk. He is a very prolific voice actor. You've probably heard him in many roles. He was Wash in Firefly. He was Hey Hey and Moana. He was the Duke of Weaseltown in Frozen. And he was the Weasel in Zootopia. He was that security droid. He was Mickey from Halo 3 ODST. You should love Alan. He was Sunny in iRobot. The guy has an extensive career, and he's voiced a ton of characters that people love. And he just doesn't get as much recognition I think he deserves. Oh, those were good Mauler shots. Because voice actors just don't get the praise they deserve. He's also just a really effective actor. Like, he's just good at acting. It kind of sucks that he's in everything as kind of bit parts. I totally think he could play a title role. And he kind of does in certain things. He plays a title role in Resident Alien, if anybody's seen that on Netflix. He was a villain role in Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective something or other. He's a very good actor. I love him as Wash. It sucks that Wash dies. Spoilers for Serenity. I think they're trying once. I think they're trying once again to reboot Firefly. I don't know if that's corroborated, but I think they're trying once again. Oh, why? Why? My guy threw a grenade that blew me up. Yeah, I refuse to believe Wash died. They should retcon it, actually. I think that would be a retcon that's fine. Would you guys be fine with that retcon? That'd be a fine retcon. we are morally obligated to retcon. People, like, they have kind of a knee-jerk reaction to the concept of retconning. But sometimes retcons are good. Sometimes changing your mind about something you made is not a bad idea. Like, sometimes you just come up with a better idea. And that's fine. That's the creative process. Retcons can happen, and that's not always... You don't always strike gold, you know? And that should be fine. Oh, nice. Yeah, we agree collectively to retcon Wash's death. As we should. As we should. It wasn't earned. It wasn't earned. That's the thing about character deaths, is that if they feel cheap, people are always going to be disappointed. Woo! I'm trying to reload, not throw grenades, actually. I'm doing the same thing I always do. You know, you are morally obligated to retcon things you don't like. Though, I guess, like, the thing about being retcon heavy is a lot of people are worried about people who retcon things that are, like, good, or retcon things that people like. And that's fair. That's, like, a fair fear. But, I don't know. Like, if you're not in charge of the IP, there's little that you can do. You know, sometimes people work really hard to get controls of IPs they like so that they can do whatever they want. Like the guy who bought Archie Comics. Sometimes that's the way it is, and you have to respect their... Like, you could have bought the IP, and you didn't. So now that they own the IP, they're allowed to do what they want with it. And you can be upset about it, but it's their IP now. I think that was a very unpopular opinion. I went from 6 viewers to 4. Nobody liked that opinion. Headcanon is important for me to enjoy things more. Yeah, we're I mean, you're a creative, so you love art and making characters and stuff anyway. You like making that kind of stuff. But that's absolutely true. Headcanon is a great way to enjoy things more. That's why fan fiction exists. That's why OCs exist. It's headcanon, because we like to imagine creating things in universes that we love, right? Dante's Inferno is fan fiction of the Christian religion. And if that can become a literary classic that's referenced for hundreds of years by all forms of media, then yeah, so can your fanfiction be considered legitimate art. That's fair. That is not cognitive dissonance. Mongoose. Halo will kill them all. Halo, Halo 2, Halo 3, ODST, Halo 4. Ah! I should have known that was going to happen. I was trying to do, what is it called? Logistics. Get in. Ah, that's what I was afraid of. Whoa! I dislike that. I really dislike that curved to hit my guy. I feel like that was very unfair. I don't like that. That curved to hit my guy, and that feels really lame. I wanted to have a cool guy with a Spartan laser in the side, not only because it's cool, but because there's a lot of armor in the next section. And he got the Banshee's bomb curved to hit him. That felt really cheap. That didn't feel right. I should have done the logistics before the Banshees spawned, but I didn't, and I'm paying the price for it. Woo! And this is also the Shade Turret. The Shade Turret, winner of most redesigns. It changes wildly between 1, 3... That was dangerous. That was dangerous. Yeah, that Banshee watched Wanted. Yeah, it curved its bullet. Has anybody watched Wanted? Has anybody legitimately watched Wanted? Like, at all? I feel like that's false. Nobody's watched Wanted. As Angelina Jolie, right? Has she done anything recently, or is she just coasting off the fact that, like, she's uber rich? I know that she had a really knockdown drag out, like a really ugly knockdown drag out with her husband, Brad Pitt. And I feel like she hasn't done anything since then. And I can understand it. If the allegations against, if her allegations against Pitt are true, then, like, yeah, I could see being really upset with the entertainment industry. You genuinely love Wanted? Why? What about Wanted moves you, by the Rook? What about Wanted changes you? Paul Tillich once said that art is anything that opens up a level of reality within yourself. What reality does Wanted open? It takes itself so serious. Ah, so it's bad. That's a good reason to love it. It's bad. That's a good reason to love it. Yeah, it takes itself so seriously. I love movies that don't realize they're bad. Those are my favorite kinds of movies, honestly, or movies that don't realize they suck. Those make me very happy. I made my friends watch the Emoji Movie 3 times. I loved doing that. I love movies that aren't good. I think they're lovely. Yes, it is very bad. Good, good. That's enjoyable. I thought you were saying you love Wanted because you thought it had, like, artistic merit, and I was a little bit worried for a second. I mean, okay, I say that, like, oh, it doesn't have artistic merit. It definitely has artistic merit. There were probably hundreds of people who worked on this film. There is probably something worth salvaging in this movie. See, this is why I wanted the Spartan laser guy, because of I just don't think the Warthog has teeth. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think the Warthog has teeth. And the Spartan laser would give it teeth. See, there we go.
Chief, you've got to offline that tower.
But that guy dying with my Spartan laser gave me another shot, so I guess it's like you win some, you lose some. I love that. I love those things.
Take it down.
Miranda? I'm taking my sweet time. I'm enjoying the video game. I'm also dying a lot. So, like, you're gonna have to wait your turn. I might die here. Yeah. He shoots the wings off a fly? Why does he do that? What purpose does that serve? Like, what did the fly do to him? It doesn't get more ridiculous than that. It might. There might be something more ridiculous than shooting the wings off a fly. I'm not sure what it is. I would be excited to find it. What is he doing?
Chief, you've got to offline that tower.
Okay. This time I was prepared, but I still missed.
Get inside that tower.
No! I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I know Kung Fu. I need to watch... You know what I need to watch? I need to watch Kung Pao Enter the Fist. That's what I need to watch. I would love to watch Kung Pao Enter the Fist. I think that that would be a very enjoyable watch.
You've got to offline that tower.
Okay, we're gonna actually forego the... We're gonna spawn the Prowlers and then hit them with the,
Get inside that tower. Take it down.
I think this is the way. Yeah. This is the way. This is the way. This is the way. We've figured it out. We figured it out. Everybody be ready. We figured it out. Shoot me not, beast. You are nothing to me. We can have a watch party. That sounds like a good idea. We still need to finish the rest of Dandadan. That would be awesome if we finish the rest of Dandadan. But I'm really sad because Dandadan's not gonna have any more, like, seasons for who knows how long. I'm really sad about that. Did you guys see that grenade? That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. I saved myself. I saved myself. Cloaking. But it is really sad that we're probably gonna have to wait until like late 2026 or even 2027 for more Dan to Dan. Which breaks my heart because I adore that show so much. As people who have heard before. Can you? Okay. I'm getting rocked. I'm getting rocked. Oh, okay. See, like, what is up with that headshot hitbox? That was really scary. That was really scary. That was really scary. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Yeah. Okay. The melee is good in this one. It definitely has a place. You know what we watched last night? We watched Ang Lee's Hulk. I don't know if anybody's seen the 2003 Hulk, but that movie has some choices in it, man. There is something going on in that movie. It's about the color green, I would say. If somebody asked me what 2003 Ang Lee's Hulk was about, I'd say it was about the color green. It doesn't have much going on, but man, is it green. Hey, another terminal. Everybody loves terminals. It's a very bizarre film. They wanted it to feel like a comic book, yes. The problem is that a comic book missed the mark a bit. I think they actually did a really good job when you think about it, like, oh, it's supposed to look like a comic book. The problem is that comic books don't translate well to the film medium. I would say that they hit the mark incredibly well. The problem was that the mark shouldn't be hit. It's a movie. It's a movie. Why are you not using
On my way.
the tools you have to make, you know, a movie? Lovingly, Ang Lee. I feel like it was a really cool idea. It was probably not a cool idea they needed to, like, throw millions of dollars at. I think it's really funny that Jennifer Connelly, who is legitimately such a good actress, Jennifer Connelly is so good, spends most of that movie kind of just crying. They have Sam Elliott, too, another great actor, who doesn't really do much. You didn't like the guy freezing before fire on his lair? No, that part is amazing. Talbot's death. Talbot as a character is ridiculously hilarious. Where he's like, I'm gonna beat you up until you turn into the Hulk, and then I'm gonna take a thing from the Hulk. And it's like, dude, you're standing in a tiny space with him. The last time he turned into the Hulk, he put you into a full body cast. You're just gonna let that happen? You're just gonna be in there? Yeah, and that he, like, I love the bullets rubbing, like, bouncing off his skin like rubber. And then this Hulk was so sad. This Hulk was so sad. And they made so much work to make sure that they showed that everyone the Hulk attacked, like the helicopters and the tanks and everything, they were okay. They literally go out and say, like, I'm a little bit twisted, but I'm all right. You know what I mean? And they make extra effort to show people coming out of the destroyed tanks. I'm like, it's the Hulk! Let him be a force of nature. Why is he so sad and so careful with the people that he's attacking? They're shooting him with tanks. Like he's a beast of rage. It's very funny to me. The movie is one of the movies of all time. You know what I mean? And I feel like they really tried to do something, and I respect that. I respect that as a creator. I want the Hulk. You want the Hulk that eats people? Who did he eat in the comics? I know the Blob eats the Wasp in one of the comics, but I don't. Who did Hulk eat in the comics? Probably every character. That's the thing about Marvel Comics, is that you ask, like, oh, which character did this or which character did that? The answer is all of them. Every character became the Phoenix. Every character became a god. Every character has done some heinous act, such as eating another character. This has happened. This is true. There is a lot of incest in the Marvel comics. It has happened. It is true. So when I say it's a separate timeline, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. They can do whatever they want in separate timelines. Every character has done something heinous in a separate timeline. So you want the Hulk that eats people, you gotta go for that timeline. And I don't know if they're gonna make movies of that timeline. I don't know what timeline that is. But yes, yeah. Hey, Hornets, who... Can I get a whoop whoop for Hornets in the chat? And I better get some whoop whoops. Y'all better be whooping my Hornets. I don't know how to fly this thing. I don't know how to fly this thing. I don't know how to... Okay, we found it. I was like, what? How do you fly this thing? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm getting some whoop whoops in the chat. Everybody loves Hornets. This is one of my favorite vehicles. I say that a lot. I'm starting to think that maybe I just like these games. I'm like, this is one of my favorite things. This thing is so awesome. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. Yeah, I love this game. It makes me happy. Hornet from Hollow Knight? How do I go down? How do I go down? Chat, how do I go down? Guys, how do I go down? Chat? Chat? How do I go down? Oh my gosh. We're here, baby. We're here. Okay. Hornet Silk Song. Yeah, here's another skull, everybody. Everybody loves skulls. Look at that. We found another one. You can't tell me on stream? Oh! I get it. I get it. You're really funny. Hey, another terminal. Don't you guys love skulls and terminals? Okay, let's go. What is shotgun on a Hornet? This song's really good too. Hey, maybe Halo is just full of good music. You know what I was thinking about the other day? I was watching one of my VODs and I was so sad because I was humming along to the Halo theme and I didn't get the octave jump correctly. And this has been something that's been consistent with my music career. Through all of my lessons, through all of my choral stuff, I have never been able to hit octaves correctly. It is my weakness as a musician. I can't hit octaves. And I remember one time I was performing in a choir. I used to get paid to be in a choir. And the tenor, we had this thing that we were supposed to sing together that had an octave lead. And I was missing it. I couldn't get it. It's my weakness. I don't know how to do it, right? And I was like, I'm so sorry. I am missing that octave leap every time. I just need to go and memorize it. I need to hit a piano and just do it over and over and over again. And the tenor kind of looks at me. I love this guy. He's so funny. But he looks at me and he goes, "You're having trouble hitting the octave?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I really am." And he goes, "You're having trouble hitting the same note in a different place?" I was like, "You dick." Yeah, I am. why, don't phrase it like that. You know what I mean? How rude. Yeah, just sing the same note twice but higher or lower. That's my problem. For other notes, the way that I visualize singing, I visualize it. So I have it where if the note's in the same place, like pitch-wise, I can't visualize it. And I know it's the same note, like 8 steps up. And it's like, just go up the ladder 8 steps. And I'm like, no, I can't hear it. I can't hear it in my head. I don't know how to do it. So that's my problem with octaves. The thing about this guy, this tenor, this guy that I love so much, is that he had nearly, like, I think he had nearly perfect pitch. He was incredibly talented as a musician. You know what I mean? I don't know how to go down, so all those guys died. No, they're fine. They didn't die. So, he's incredibly talented musically. But I could always tell when we were sharp or when we were flat. because he'd tilt his head a different way depending if we were sharp or flat. If we were sharp, he'd tilt his head to the left. If we were flat, he'd tilt his head to the right. Which is wildly entertaining for me. How many times has this pelican hit me? Like, that's so funny. I don't know. That's really funny to me. That he had such a visual tell for when we were supposed to go up or down. I'll also always remember that we were in a massive performance. It was a huge choir. It was like 150 somewhat people. Did you see that curve? Holy but Jesus. It wanted me. We were in this huge choir. 150 somewhat people. And the choir had a few elderly people in it. And during one of the practices, one of the older men, he goes unresponsive. He's head down, like drooling in his seat. And we're like, oh my god, he's dead. Right? Like, this is, we need something to, we need like ambulance, right? So our rehearsal was paused, and we all went out into the audience so that paramedics could get this guy. And they came to the conclusion that he's okay. He's not gonna die, right? He's not suffering a stroke or something. He just needs to go to the hospital and go under like some, I found the down button, by the way. He needs just to be observed to see what's going on. So we're going home, we're all filing out, there's 150 people in this auditorium, and I see this tenor that I'm good friends with. I walk up to him and I'm like, hey, there it is, the man of the hour. And he looks at me, and he looks back at the guy who's now on a stretcher and being carried out by paramedics. And he goes, I don't feel like the man of the hour. And I was like, well, you know, you're the man of the hour to me. And he's like, I could kiss you. I could kiss you. That would make me the man of the hour. He was a lovely gentleman. He was a very lovely gentleman. I remember him for being, having perfect pitch and playing one of those anime gacha games on his phone. Oh, I hate drones. I hate drones. Octaves always screw me up, though. That's the moral of this story. I'm gonna do something... Actually, it's not risky. I'm invincible. Look at us using the tools that were gifted to us. Look at us go. That was smart. That was smart. We love being smart in this stream. Everybody pat myself on the back. Right now. Okay. That guy's got a mauler. I don't know about it. What'd you just call me? I don't know. I don't want to repeat what I thought I heard him say. Would you guys be interested if I ever did Hollow Knight on stream? Would you guys want to watch me do Hollow Knight? Like, would that be fun for you guys? I don't know. I feel like me playing platformers is a dangerous idea. But I know that you would watch it. Yeah, I know you would, by the Rook. I was just about to say that, like... Not to immediately assume that I know your content viewing habits, but a lot of you guys like Hollow Knight a lot, and none of you have ever seen me play it or try it before. So I think that would be popular content. Have you played it before? No, I have not played it before. I have not played Hollow Knight. I have briefly touched it. Like, I've picked up the controller and fought things before, but I have not played it in earnest. And I think Hollow Knight is a pretty popular game right now. People like Hollow Knight. Everybody loves Hollow Knight. There's a knight and he's hollow. So, I'm going to use this. I kind of wish Halo 3 still had the Yeah, you could see the mold. Yeah, it would be a blind playthrough. I wouldn't know what's going on. You could see the mold. Isn't seething and molding like the entire point? That's why I don't want to do Wind Waker until I have like a bigger audience, because I know Wind Waker is a lot of people's childhood games, and I really want to have the seething and the molding. I think it would be really fun to have the seething and the molding. I feel unsafe. Yeah, I didn't feel safe. Yeah, laugh it up. Yuck it up. Yuck it up. I'm probably gonna do this instead. I feel like the Mauler just puts me in a bad situation, but I'm also out of ammo. That's bad. And I really dislike the plasma pistol and the needler in this game. Farm that engagement by rage baiting? Absolutely. You know I love to rage bait. I love doing baiting of all kinds. Rage. Others. I'm a big baiter. You know what I'm saying? Gator. Okay. I'm gonna actually... I feel like I've kind of made myself... I feel like I've kind of put myself in a precarious position. I don't know if you guys agree. Watch out! Watch out! Ooh, would you call yourself a master? No, I'm a novice. I'm a novice baiter. Just like you are. Don't you dare. Okay. We're gonna have to play slowly here. It's not high octane gameplay, but it keeps me alive. Okay, so now we're in a pretty okay place. I think I'm gonna try to burn the chieftain out. When I get nervous, I make weird sounds in my throat. I don't know if you guys do that. Anybody out here making weird throat sounds because they nervous? Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. This is a long stream. This is going on for a long time. I don't mind that. I like that. I like streaming for a long time, and I have to finish the level because I put the put the name of the level in the title.
By the gods, brace for impact.
Whoops. Yeah, High Charity. I still think about High Charity, man. I'm trying to pick up the turret. Yeah. Huh. Look at them go, little weirdos. Look at them go, little weirdos. The Flood are pretty bad at, like, pathfinding, which I find fine. The Flood should be bad at something.
Shipmaster, what's your status?
Significant damage. Weapon system disabled.
Move to a safe distance. Stay away from the Flood.
Why would the parasite come here?
The Ark is out of range of all the active installations. Priority, we must contain this outbreak.
No. First, stop the truth. Then we move the Flood.
Yeah, that's a really good... That the Flood on the Ark are safe from the range of the Halo rings, and that's very much on purpose, right? Like, that's a good idea. The Flood wants to be safe from the range of the Halo rings. He never knew what hit him. gotta be careful because the flood are here. Dude, we should hang out. You're awesome. Sergeant Stacker.
Quickly, I must see the point of impact, assess the damage to the Ark.
To the top of these hills, Oracle, no higher.
Gosshog. I think we're gonna use the tank because tank beats. No! Watch where you're dropping things, guys.
Damage to the Ark.
I'm wearing a hard hat and everything. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh beans. That makes me look like a real goober. I'm really sad that none of the elites joined us. I love when the... Well, there's an elite in that Warthog. That's pretty cool. I like when the elites join you in the vehicles. It feels really cool to have like an elite on the side of your... on the spawn... Is it a spontoon? I feel like it's a spontoon. On the spontoon of your tank. Not on purpose. Not on purpose. That was a misinput. It was a misinput. Moist Critical. What a career Mr. Moist Critical has had, don't you think? What a career Mr. Moist Critical has had. Starting with, you know, just kind of Let's Plays on YouTube and now becoming one of the most prominent, like, slop tubers that could ever exist. What a career. Especially because I was subscribed to him, like, pretty much from 2011 onwards. He's a big part of my middle school Let's Play watchers. And now, like, he's got a business. He's got a brand. He's a whole guy. What a career. Good for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, find what you do and you're good at it. You know what I mean? Especially because it seems like he has things he wants to say. And people want to hear him. People want to... He's far more popular now as a commentary YouTuber than he ever was as a Let's Player. And this was during the Let's Play era. Like, it's just... It's not that he wasn't funny. He's incredibly funny. It's just that his dry commentary and his wit is better for commentary, I think, than for, like, gaming stuff. But I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. I just think it's interesting that he has, like, millions of views on YouTube, specifically with the idea of, like, engaging with internet drama and news. Actually, even the news. He said stuff about the Epstein files. But I saw that he was streaming earlier and he had like 3,000 viewers, which is a lot on Twitch. 3,000 viewers is a lot on Twitch, but it's not the numbers that I feel like, because like I Show Speed on Twitch has like 200,000 viewers or something ridiculous like that. I think that Iron Mouse can get to ungodly amounts of viewers. So I think it's just really interesting to see the disconnect between his YouTube audience and what he's doing. Pilot Hornet. Two scares. Oh! Wow, I wouldn't think someone would be on this game right now. I love this game. It's one of my favorites, baby! This is a great game. Yeah, we're doing the... we just finished the Ark, so sorry if that's one of your favorite levels. We're gonna finish up the Covenant and probably be done for tonight. I've been playing through the entire Halo series. So, if you like Halo, I have a bunch of VODs. Shameless plug. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. What's your favorite level in the game? Oh boy. Well, that was my bad. That was my bad. This one, it's a great choice. It is like, yeah. I mean, it's where everything comes to a head. It's a climax of the series, right? This is where it all happens. It kind of reminds me of Assault on the Control Room, and I've talked about that, where the Halo games kind of follow a formula, where the middle levels are the huge, bombastic vehicle showcases, multiple, like, stuff is happening levels. And this one is the best of the stuff is happening levels. Oh, I need to go down. This is the where it all comes to a head, and it also you get to fight with the Flood, however briefly, which everybody loves. Strange allies, strange bedfellows. Ah, I'm not hitting what I need to hit. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I like the 2 scarabs because the scarabs are piloted by hunter worms. It makes it feel like the scarabs are hunter brothers in that regard. They're dropped together. That's a fun parallel. I like that a lot. No. I didn't dodge any of those. I got hit by all of those. I think each... No, that one had a weapons chieftain. I don't know if this one has a weapons chieftain. There's a little prowler down there. I don't know if the meta is the Hornet or the Scorpion tank to take out wraiths or take out scarabs, but I feel like the Hornet is quite good at it. And it also demonstrates why aerial superiority is so important. Your spider tank is awesome, but I have missile pods. Yep, perfect. Perfect. No notes, I love it. I'm on a killing spree. Arbiter. Hey, there's a glitch in this level, actually, that I don't remember how to pull off, but you can get 2 Arbiters at this point. I think it's when the Arbiter leaves earlier, you can kill him to stop him from leaving, and then he will join you to assist you on this portion of the level, and then
If only we had more time.
this also drops an Arbiter. So you can have 2 Arbiters on this level. I always thought that was really entertaining. I am always remembering glitches and Easter eggs after they occur, and I apologize. I haven't played through the Halo series in a hot second. I usually just kind of drop in every now and then to play some of my favorite levels, but
It asked, and I answered. For a moment of safety, I loosed damnation on the stars.
thanks, Cortana. That's very nice of you. Also, thank you for the follow. That was very kind of you.
Stand firm. There are enemies
Yes, yeah, where
all
he
around us.
I
We tread the blessed path.
driving vehicles into places they're not supposed to go is one of the best ways to play Halo.
Oh, I believe.
You have to do that.
Chief, how close are
His
you?
armor looks red in that little... I think red brutes were supposed to appear.
That's the best you got.
Ah, Brute Chieftain.
Oh, come on. Impress me. Stop! You imbecile! He wants you to kill him.
Yeah, I like Halo 2s. I've got to go. Well, thank you for dropping in. Thank you for the follow. I hope you had fun watching the little bit you did. See ya!
Big shot. Can't start your own party. I admit, I need your help.
Yeah,
That secret dies with all the rest.
Yep, that secret dies with all the rest. I don't know what Miranda's plan here was. I kind of dislike this moment.
Johnson, sound off.
Get
Why did she
out of
come
here.
Not without you.
You delay the inevitable. One of you
She
will.
didn't have any other
You
friends here?
cannot hope to kill them all.
You're right.
Do it. Me. Then you.
I think Truth
Now.
could use some eye drops. Yeah, his... Yeah, I really
No!
dislike this moment. Miranda just kind of is stupid the entire Halo 3 campaign. Also, there are
Your
7 spikes
forefathers
in her back.
wisely set aside their compassion, steeled themselves for what needed to be done. I see now why they left you behind. gods must be strong.
I feel like his lip syncing was a little bit off there. But this is also a good idea for Truth, right? That he's on the Ark. He's outside the range of the Halo rings. When the Halo rings go off and kill all sentient life in the galaxy, it's just him and his boys. They have control of all of them, baby. Those are each of the rings going to they're being activated. I think one of them being red and not working is installation of 4.
Shoot, but listen. Let me lead you safely to our foe. Only you can halt what he has set in motion.
We meet as foes, but this ring will make us brothers. Here is another moment that mirrors Halo 2. I didn't realize I was still on incendiary grenades. They killed one of my tank forms, and they killed him early. And the thing is that the incendiary grenades are really good. They're really good. So you don't want to use them willy-nilly or without purpose. You know what I mean? You want them to do good stuff.
How could I have known the parasite would follow? Undoubtedly, this is the heretic doing.
Blame everyone but myself. Ew. Oh! Oh, is he gonna die? Oh, I tried to hide behind it! My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. I wish I could hit the grunts in the back who have. Oh, hello. I think I need... I kind of wish I had better long-ranged weaponry so that I don't get stuck on the bridge and then just torn to pieces by large groups of enemies. But I don't have long-ranged weaponry, so I kind of have to, like, hope for the best. Kind of a weird arc on spike grenades. Kind of a weird arc on them. Where am I going? What am I looking at? I'm confused! I got confused! Brute Captain Ultra, Brute Captain Ultra, Brute Captain Ultra, Brute Captain Ultra, Brute Captain Ultra. Hey, there's another chieftain. Everybody loves chieftains. It's like... I feel like we're getting, He's invincible! No! No! I want those Covenant carbines. I want those Covenant carbines. Oh, I feel like he took his Covenant carbine with him. Yeah, see, that's the problem, is that when their dead bodies fly off, they take their weapons with them, which means that I don't get the Covenant carbines. And I want the Covenant carbines. Ah, dang it. Dang it. This bridge section's hard, but I think it's due to the weaponry and not the... If I had different weapons, I'd be able to take this easier. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this.
Clear evidence of treachery long hidden.
Do. I'm doing where I'm walking, I'm strafing, so I'd go faster. One of my favorite little quirks. Okay, so he still threw his grenade at my feet. That didn't work at all. We're gonna have to keep trying. We're gonna have to keep trying. This is the experimentation phase, my friends. The experimentation phase, where things are difficult because it's also like 2 or 1:30 in the morning.
Clear evidence of treachery.
Clear evidence of treachery. Okay. Really, we just need the flood to take over some of the guys. And hope for the best. No! What? Who shot me in the back? I'm so upset. I feel like I'm really stuck. I feel like I got, like, hard stuck. Is there anything good out here? There's this, but it doesn't have a lot of ammo. Yeah, because both of the tanks are dead. And there's really not a lot of combat forms. Okay, we're gonna try this instead. We're gonna try this instead. Okay, we're using explosives. We're gonna go explosives only. Sounds like a backlogs challenge. Can I beat Halo using explosives only? Not as easy as you might think. Aw, that sucks. I guess what I could do instead is wait for the vanguard of jump pack brutes to come my way and then try to, you know, try to deal with them that way. I'm sorry if this isn't exactly the most exciting thing in the world. It's the experimentation phase. It's the experimentation phase. We're gonna have to figure things out. Unforge. Here we go, baby. Yep, here they come. So let's actually wait for them to land this time, and then go into combat.
Heretics!
Okay. Yeah, I kind of wish they'd give me a new checkpoint at the start of the bridge, too, because it kind of sucks that I have to do this every time. Because I'm kind of like, okay, this is the strategy I think that will work, but I'm just not doing it right. You know what I mean? So let's try this. No, that's stuck? That's stuck? I'm so sad. I feel like I'm just not allowed. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Realistically, like, what is my plan of action here? Because everything I've tried so far has gotten me killed. And that's not fun. That's not right. I feel like I'm getting really screwed over by the fact that I have no long-range weapon options. I don't have a Covenant Carbine. I don't have a battle rifle. These would all make it, because it's such a long, thin sightline, it would make this so much easier if I could just shoot down lane. But I can't just shoot down lane. I can't. I have to play on their turn, which is, you know, close range. I have a bunch of explosives, but it isn't helping. It isn't helping because they have the long-range firearms, and they have the ones that can just shoot down range and kill me. So I'm like, okay, then I just need to kill the guys with the, I need to kill the guys with the Covenant Carbines. But the problem with killing the guys with the Covenant Carbines is that they have a little funny little quirk that if you shoot them with the Covenant Carbine, right? If you shoot them while they're dead, they just fly away. They just fly away. And now you can't hit them anymore. So it's like, what do I do? What do I do? Realistically, what do I do? You keep until you keep yeah, like that's crazy. What am I supposed to do? You keep going until something happens, I guess. That brute shot is very, very, very brutal. It makes my life hard. Hence the name, I guess. I get stuck, idiot. Okay, I stuck everything but him. Ah! I'm legitimately getting a little bit upset. I'm legitimately getting a little bit frustrated that I can't get past this portion. And it's my fault. I can't figure it out. It's my fault. I can't figure it out. And that makes me sad. Because I hate being the one that's at fault. I want it to be someone else's fault. Why is it my fault? There's not a lot of good cover. There's really not a lot of good cover. Okay, let's try that. Okay, it looks like we're in an okay place. Looks like we're in an okay place, and then they do this every time. Not excited. You know what would make killing those grunts easier? If I had some long-range firepower. Okay, there's really nothing for me here. There's really nothing for me here. Arbiter, can you move up? I feel like we can't move up. I feel like we're kind of stuck here. Because they have explosives in the brute shots. Oh, and in the... Okay, there's a Covenant Carbine, but I need to be careful because if I go out there, I can easily get blown up. Yep. No, don't get stuck, don't get stuck, don't get stuck, don't get stuck. Okay. 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 You see what I mean? How one Covenant Carbine just completely changed the way this bridge plays. That's all I needed, was one long-range weapon. That's crazy. Suddenly, everything that I was having trouble with is done. I just needed one long-range weapon. Wow. Okay, I get it. I'm trying to pick up the brute shot. That is crazy. That makes so much sense, though. That makes so much sense that that's the only thing that needed to happen.
So far are we along the path that I must strain to hear the clumsy passages. You know this, my brother?
Yep. What did they do to Miranda's body? Because she could oh, wait. I remember what they do to Miranda's body. Don't worry. I remember.
Stop the rings. Save the rest. Can you see, Arbiter? The moment of salvation is at hand.
It will not last.
Your kind never believed in the promise of the sacred ring.
Lies for the weak, beacons for the deluded. I will have my revenge. On a prophet, not a plague.
My feet tread the path. I shall become a god.
You will be food, nothing more.
No!
Gross.
I am truth, the voice of the Covenant.
Asshole, you must be silenced.
Gross. Yeah, Keith Davids, do a little roar. Yeah, they're just gonna look at each other. They now both have a prophet kill.
Now the gate has been unlatched. Headstones pushed aside. Corpses shift and offer room. A fate you must abide. We trade one villain for another.
Nice. Really cool. Awesome. Very nice. No notes. Back to back. And also iambic pentameter cool words. Also, notice in the cutscene that these two were brute infection form or combat forms. In actual gameplay, they are elite combat forms. Continuity error. The game sucks. Continuity error. Everybody get mad at Bungie right now. I need a call to action against Bungie right there. No. No combat forms. Very good. Very good. Very good. Covenant. No, 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 no. Holy bejesus. We're in a good place, my friends. This game will be defeated. We get to fight with Sentinels again. Yeah, let me do that because I'm not. Yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna actually pick that up. I'm gonna use that instead because this gun's good. I haven't used it in a hot second. Oh, Arbiter's dead. He'll be back in a couple seconds, but he died. What does that put him on the versus battles wiki? I think the Flood are not capable of infecting the Arbiter when he's dead. But I don't know if that's completely true. Come here. I'm gonna borrow this 2 energy sword if you don't mind.
I'm a thief, but I keep what I steal.
Okay. Thieves typically do, really, I think. Well, maybe no. I guess that's the reason why fences exist. But that's an interesting line. I keep what I steal. Okay. She's talking about the index. She still has the index. That's why she said that. You know what I mean? But it's still a funny line. Pop. Pop, beasts. Pop. 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 Blue light means Cortambla. Here we go. Alright, I think that we're gonna watch the cutscene. And then we're going to be done for the night. We're gonna be done for the night. After this cutscene, of course. Because I have work tomorrow. Which is so exciting. Everybody loves it. Also, I made it in the title that, you know, it's Ark in the Covenant. I think the next level is also High Charity. Cortisol is my favorite Halo character. Yeah, she, I think, has a tendency to raise people's cortisol. Maybe she lowers it. Maybe she's a stress relief agent. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe some people are really into that. I don't know. I don't make the rules, okay? If I made the rules, things would be pretty bad, I think. Want to know a fun fact about the original chant, the original Gregarian chant that they have for this?
Ring you destroyed.
They were done using Marty O'Donnell's jingle connections. He got the guys who did the Rice Krispie No, was it Rice or the Cocoa? What was it? The Pebbles? It was some type of crispy cereal. They did the jingle for that, and he called them up and went, "Hey, can you do a quick chant for me? I'm making a video game." And they were like, "Sure." So that's really funny to me. Also, he came up with it in his car, and it had to immediately be like, "Oh, I gotta write that down. I gotta write that down." Alright, we're gonna play through Cortana tomorrow. I think it's Cortana and then it's the end. I think we're pretty much near the end of the game. Look at that beautiful, like, painted backdrop there. That feels like, kind of like a movie thing, you know? How they used to paint the backdrops and then they would have a model in the foreground. That felt like Star Wars to me. That is a really nice effect. Yeah, he came in with a shotgun. Smart, 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 smart.
Fall back to the Dawn.
Forward Unto Dawn is a really good ship name, but Bungie is really good at ship names. Forward Unto Dawn, In Amber Clap, Pillar of Autumn, Rip High Charity. There's a lot of pimples to pop. But popping pimples will happen. Uh-oh. No. The cutscene had a shotgun. I have a single assault rifle with 31 bullets in it, baby. And 31 bullets is all I'm gonna need to beat the level. You watch. 31 bullets is all I'm gonna need. Alright, my friends, thank you so much for coming in to watch. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for the new follows. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for being lovely. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time. I'm excited to come back tomorrow, and we'll probably finish off Halo 3. Whoa! Can you imagine? We're gonna finish off Halo 3! So, thank you so much for coming to watch. I love you all. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Bye!